Hi guys, and welcome back. In today's video, it's a sketchbook tour. I finally finished the Arteza Square sketchbook. It was a pack of 3, and this was book 1. Now, I've really taken my time with this. Technically, I would have finished it the first week of February 2020, but I really dragged my feet because I wanted the sketchbooks to last as long as possible. So, it has been almost 3 months. So let's take a look. So you can see we did this together. The front cover. And the video is on my channel how we did that and how I did this. So let's get inside. And we did this together too. And it's called, probably something like the first page of my sketchbook. Something simple like that. And it was started on the 7th of January 2020. So that's the welcome page. And it's a mix of highlighters, gouache paint, and maybe a bit of Posca, possibly. And I tested out the Arteza gouache here, and the pink is quite fluorescent. And then I did this off camera. Quite a lot was all done on camera, but this wasn't. I might have coloured it on camera, but I drew everything off camera for this. So I was just I felt like doing dinosaurs. And this actually is in my Redbubble shop, if you want to take a look. Because I thought that was fun. It goes along with, I have a goose in my Redbubble shop. It's called Pirate Goose. And she's wearing a pirate hat, along with the dinosaur. And then this. We did this together, if you remember. It was something that came into my head. And the first thing that came in was fish. And then it was ice cream. And I had to create something with those prompts. And it turned out to be this, from what I remember. Then, this was done off camera. What I was doing, I researched on the internet, obviously. In England, you have exams at school called GCSEs. So I looked at old art exam kind of papers, like I guess they'd be called. They're like 5 years old or something. And one of them, I thought it was interesting. You had to create things based on things like physical strength, brute force, and, a physical forceful action. So this was for brute force. Because obviously you need brute force if you're a female and you've got to change a tyre, like on the dual carriageway or something, or a country road and nobody's about, and you've got to change your tyre yourself. So that does take brute force, was my idea for that. And then this one, physical strength. I did a weightlifter, because you do need physical strength to lift those things. I could have done something else, but it was just what came to my mind. And then this one didn't come out as well for physical forceful action. I was going for karate, but the hand didn't come out very well. So, particularly at the angle I was doing it at, it's just odd. But you can see the wood was being broken. And then this we did together. And obviously the koala bear. And I dated that the 18th of January, which apparently was a Saturday. I don't often do that, but this, obviously, I did for that. And that was the Arteza gouache. Now, this was for Dina Tollefson's possibly Red Rover challenge. And you can see that video on my channel. this was done off camera using my fountain pen. I don't know, I think you guys call it that. Anyway, for me it's a fountain pen, the cartridge pen things, and it's water soluble, so you just add some water and you can get this lovely effect. I love doing that. So I was basically testing to see if the paper could withstand it, and it could a little. Not to the standard I like, because the lines are still visible, but you know, it was good. So then, I think this was done off camera as well, the apple. It was a mix of gouache and that water-soluble fountain pen again. And then, yes, so I was working on a design, I think it was just inspired by Hawaii and hibiscus flowers. So these are my made-up hibiscus butterflies, and I like doing that. I don't know if you can get hibiscus butterflies, but I'm sure I've just made them up anyway. So these are just green. I just wanted to fill a page with green leaves and flowers and foliage, basically. Then I like doing birds, but this one came a bit like a vulture, sadly. But anyway, you can see that it's a common garden bird, and that was with the gouache. And then I was having a go at doing kind of abstract things and drawing people, or my characters, not human people in a way. Well, they are human, but they're not realistic. So just a girl character, boy character, and then a kind of abstract African hunter that I do. And then my toucan, I'm not sure if we did do this on camera. It does ring a bell. But again, it's with the Arteza gouache. And then, this is a warbler bird, but again, it's come out a bit like a vulture. And then, this is the secretary bird. I do love doing birds, and the secretary bird really makes me laugh. It really does look like a secretary. It's very funny. Then I decided to do a train, because I'm not that good at trains. So I thought this came out okay. And then we recently finished this off in a video. And then some giraffes. And then some cactus. And I had a go at doing some pen work at the side here. And then some pattern design. I did this is essential oils. You get it from the United Kingdom, Olbus oil. Making it hard to get hold of now, actually. Since Brexit, it's very difficult to get hold of the bigger bottles on French Amazon or anywhere else, actually. So I just thought I would, it's for prosperity in the sketchbook page. Then I did the French flag, because I thought the paper is a perfect size to do the French flag. Then I was having a go at doing mosaics, and it didn't come out very well at all. But you kind of get the idea. And it was coloured using just felt tips. And then this is, I'm going to say the gouache again, yep. But I really used it like watercolour. And then I put in, I think, some Posca pen afterwards to make the flowers stand out. And then we coloured this on camera recently, so you can see that. And then the elephant, I think, again, we did this on camera, using the gouache. And then this is part of the Arteza test. I was comparing Arteza versus the Schminke Academy gouache, and that video is on my channel, so I won't say any more about that. And again, this was part of the test. This was part of the test. and so was this. And now this was coloured recently on camera. I didn't bother doing this bird down here because it just went wrong and I'd like had enough of dealing with it. But I do prefer cutting the page into four, or dividing it into four, not cutting it, and then doing the birds, because they then come out less vulture-like. They come out as they should, the size of them. And then I practiced doing a bunny rabbit, and this was the bigger version of it over here, using the gouache. This is on my channel. We were doing pan pastels, so check that video out. And then this was coloured recently on camera. I think it's called Finishing Off the Last Few Pages in My Sketchbook. And then this was done on camera. It is, let me try and think. It might not have been. I think I was using oil pastels anyway. And I always use this greaseproof paper with a paper clip to stop things smudging, basically, from one page to the other. And then this was fun. I was doing an owl. This was the first one I did in gouache. And then I noticed when I closed the book and opened it again, it had kind of transferred itself onto this page. So I did another version, like a traced version, using the paint. And then this is how that came out. So slightly different. I thought that, again, that was fun. Turning a negative into a positive. Then my washi tape turned up. So I've done a video on that on my channel. And it's called What is Washi Tape? This, again, we did together, and it's on my channel, and it's called the Ahuhu Bird. So check that out. Again, this is on my channel, and this was showing you how to use the Black Schmink Academy gouache, and I think my crayon rocks to create, what do you call it? The scratch art. I called it scratch art, DIY scratch art. And you scratch into it. So again, that's a fun video to check out. And then this was part of finishing off a few pages in my sketchbook, colouring them. We did this not that long ago. So this bird again, I coloured it. I think I drew a realistic looking bird, but then I coloured it in the colours I wanted. And then just some random things that came out of my head. The sun, the moon, and butterflies. This was on my channel, and it is called Shaving Cream Painting, something like that. And then this is on my channel, and it was using watercolours. And that was probably called Beatrix Potter Inspired Artwork. And then we move on to just doing some fruit slices with the pink background. And then the chicken. Or rooster, it's more a chicken really. And then this is my preferred cockerel. And we did this together on my channel. And then just a random butterfly. And then, of course, my favourite Disney character, Winnie the Pooh. And then just a random, this is about using my new pen. I've got a video on that on my channel called My New Pen. Then I was having a go at doing portraits. And again, this video is on my channel. And we used Ahuhu markers. This is on my channel. I did this off camera, and then on camera we did this. Though I have a feeling we did colour this together on camera. This was done on camera, and it was inspired by drawing with waffles. So I hope you'll check that video out. This was inspired by a particular plant I can't remember offhand, but it was done on camera. So was this St. Bernard dog. So I hope you'll check all that out. Again, this was done on camera. I think I've created a lot of videos for you guys. So this was from a challenge on Instagram, and I asked you all questions. And then this was done recently on camera, and off camera but coloured on camera, and it was inspired by a children's programme from the 90s and 80s called Maid Marian and Her Merry Men, and that was King John, except I made him more handsome than what he was in real life, on the programme, that is. Then this was done on camera, I think, but it was inspired by avocado and milk, my 2 prompt words that were random. And then this was done recently, a video on my channel. This girl was inspired by Tim Burton's Alice in Wonderland. And I think this house too, but I did it kind of odd colours, like it's on fire. And then I did this off camera, but I'm not sure if I coloured it on camera. It kind of bled a little, so it looks like she's got a rash on her arm. But the point was to use the sketchbook in a different angle. So to do a double page, but the drawing is like all together. So I thought it turned out nice. And then again, I did the same with my African hunters. And I used just water-soluble felt tips for this. And then this is the last page. And it was the 25th of March 2020 that this was finished. And in the little wallet at the back, I kept some foil chocolate money coins and the Arteza little pamphlet that comes with the sketchbook. And that's the end of that. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and I hope you've enjoyed this tour. Stay tuned for the next video that will be decorating a brand new sketchbook. Take care, everybody, and I'll catch you next time. Bye!